Hi, I'm the Malt activist, and today we're trying the Glendronach Cask Strength Batch 8. So I've been a huge fan of Glendronach since ages. And one of the whiskeys that really turned me on to Glendronach was their Cask Strength series. And I remember ordering batch 1, batch 2, batch 3 and just being completely blown away by how just perfectly matured they were. Such good sherry bombs and always served at that perfect ABV, high 50s, which sort of satisfied my craving for cask strength whiskeys. But then I kind of sort of lost track in the sense that, I didn't really go after the later releases. I remember, getting up to batch 4, but then completely missed out batch 5 and batch 6 and 7 and so on. And I kind of had, forgot about them until I ran across this batch 8 cask strength. And I was like, yes, let me pick it up. So this has been bottled at 61%. Damn! Cask strength. Yeah, so excited. And it says on the label, richly sherried, matured in the finest Pedro Jimenez and Oloroso sherry casks, bottled at natural cask strength. Nice. So let's see what all the fuss is about. I hope this lives up to my expectations. I have a massive soft spot for anything Glendronach, and I've not yet tasted a bad Glendronach. There are only few Glendronachs that are not as good as other Glendronachs. Yeah, big nose. Coffee, dark honey, Manuka honey, Yemeni honey, all sorts of dark sweet honey, burnt caramel, very crisp, Colombian coffee like Java, frothy frappuccino. Now almonds, very nutty, lots of almonds, lots of walnuts. And then in the back, this burnt orange peel, milk chocolate as well as dark chocolate, cocoa powder, cocoa beans. You know what I'm talking about. And what I love is, it doesn't have that wet maltiness. I've spoken about that in a couple of videos in the past, and that's a flavor profile that I'm not a big fan of. It's that sort of wet cereal maltiness that you get often in sherried whiskeys, and then you have to let them rest, and then it takes 10, 15, 20 minutes for that top cloud of maltiness to go away, and then you can really taste the whiskey underneath. But with this one, it's just straight up crisp sherry. Now getting more red fruits, more cherries, blackberries, blueberries. Yeah, so this is a big fat fruity bouquet just lathered in caramel and coffee. I love this nose. This is a fantastic nose. Well, here it goes. Ow! Woo! Ow! Ah! This is exactly what I love about high strength whiskeys. Oh my god, my eyes are watering. This is what I love about them, right? They just take hold of you and then they strangle you, and they force you to love them, and they strangle you with their awesomeness. Wow, that is a massive delivery on the palate. It's luscious. It's quite velvety for something that's 61%. You would think that the viscosity would have gone down a bit, but this is so nice and viscous, and lovely mouthfeel. more chocolates on the palate than on the nose, dark chocolates. Very spicy, like pinprick spice, like white pepper and black pepper. And that coffee, that ground coffee, that roasted ground coffee note is there as well. Yeah, wow. So my first sip of the day was a 61% heavily sherried Glendronach, so you can expect that sort of reaction. But now that my palate's somewhat accustomed to that high ABV, I get more of a, an oaky cinnamon note that's more forward in the second sip. A little more savory than I thought it would be. The nose is quite sweet. And I can tell it's evolving. I get a lot of black tea in the finish, oak, also raisins and plums. My God, this is good stuff. I'm so glad, I wasn't let down, because my first interaction with the Glendronach, the Cask Strength series, was a very positive and a good one. And off late, every time I approach something with the least amount of expectations, I'm always let down. But this is just cracking. Yeah, nice. So thank you for joining me for this whiskey review. I'm the Malt Activist. Until next time, peace.